Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your girl Becky D, live in the morning, 7 days a week, 7 a.m. It feels good to be back. Day number two. I'm telling you guys, I'm not giving up on this one. Okay, I'm not. I took 2 years off. I'm back and I'm better. Right. I do officially start my new podcast. That will be Sunday nights next week. Okay. Um, I'm really geared towards that and really focused on that and really excited for it. If you are a person that likes to venture on the wild side, that podcast is definitely for you. Okay. If you're one of the people who are more conservative, that podcast is not for you. All right. Um, but that's neither here nor there. Please, I'm going to start advertising for it and just making sure that you tune in and you're listening and you're ready for a wild ride, which is my life. Okay. But let's get straight to today's topic and some encouragement to get you on your way this Monday morning. All right. So if you ever go home and you look in your medicine cabinet, right? Some people have a medicine drawer, some people have just like different forms of ways they keep their medicine. You'll see all these various different prescription drugs, over the counter medicine, is all this stuff, right? And you're just like looking at it. Some people then take a step back and be like, what is wrong with me, right? Some people really start to question that. They're just like, why do I have to take so much? Why am I taking so much? You are not the problem. Okay. You take various different drugs, Tylenol for headaches and, you know, Motrin if you're trying to fight a fever or something like that. And then you have high blood pressure medication, you have arthritis medication, and you have insulin and all this other stuff, right? Each drug serves a purpose. But then it makes you feel like something's wrong with you because you have to take so much, right? Now, then you come to somebody like me who is supposed to probably take that much, but does not. But does that make me less of a problem? It doesn't make me a problem the same amount as it doesn't make you a problem, right? The thing is that some people require more than others. So there's nothing wrong with that, right? Even in the educational field, as I look at students, a lot more of them, they're more needy. Like, no, I need you right now. And I have to keep that in mind because sometimes I'm just like, oh my gosh, why can't you just be like Emily over there, right? You really want to just start yelling at them and get frustrated. And then I have to take a step back, right? I have to remove self away from the equation. And I have to say, you are not a problem. You just require more. And nobody is faulting you for that, right? So growing up when I was in school, I didn't require as much, right? My teachers knew that I was pretty simple. But the problem with that was when I did need more, I didn't know how to ask for it. The same thing goes with everything in your life, right? Some of you might require more attention in various ways. You might require more, financial means because of your lifestyle. You might require more wigs because you like different hairstyles and stuff like that, right? The requirements for each person is different. But why don't we respect that? I like what Dolly Parton said in the movie she did with Queen Latifah. I cannot Joyful Noise. That's the name of it. Names come and go to me. And Queen Latifah character made a comment about how she kept getting Botox injections and stuff like that. And pretty much Dolly Parton said, well, if God didn't want me to have a little fix here and there, he wouldn't have made plastic surgeons, right? But she knows that's her requirement. That's what she needs. That's where she needs more attention at. She likes to keep her cheeks lifted, right? She likes her girls up a little bit more. There is nothing wrong with that. The person who has a problem is you, right? I go open my parents' medicine cabinet and I look at them like, oh my gosh, why are you guys taking so many different things? But that's from the eyesight, what I see immediately, right? I take a step back and I start reading stuff, and it's like, oh, this is actually a multivitamin. This is actually good for you. Okay, great. Good job. Keep it up. So it's stuff like that you really have to start focusing on. Like, am I including me into their equation and making them a problem for having all these requirements in your marriage, right? hopefully you weren't married at first sight like that very popular TV show now, but you were told some of their requirements. You were said, hey, I require that you keep up my lifestyle, right? I only wear Louis Vuitton. I only sit courtside when I go to the basketball games. I only fly first class. Like, everybody has their requirements. And then there's some people, again, like me, very laid back, chill. It's like, hey, just keep the house clean, pay the bills, and that's all I care. Right? Like, I'm not going to ask you to do miraculous things for me. It's like, no, that's what I want. I'm going to get it because that's my mindset. That's my drive. That's the way I was raised. If you want it, you go get it. And so to see people, you're like, why you got that man buying all that stuff for you? But that was their requirement. I wasn't a part of that. I wasn't there when they was making those rules and regulations in their marriage or their relationship. I was not there. So how am I including me into the problem? Because now, guess what? The guy's going to think, oh man, that is a problem. Maybe I should talk to her about that. No. However you arranged your stuff, as long as it wasn't a problem then, why is it a problem now? And if it is, how about you talk about it, right? Because sometimes there needs to be a change when it comes to marriage. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the requirements of people. Marriage one we can get to on Sunday night. But you have to remember that everybody requires something different. The medicine cabinets of every person look a little different, but I guarantee almost all medicine cabinets have some form of ibuprofen in it. Now, me, I'm a person who does not take any forms of medications. The only thing remotely close to that you could say that I take that back. I do. I take allergy medicine. But besides that, I take a multivitamin and vitamin C and so I take vitamins and allergy medicine. Now my wife, on the other hand, she has prescriptions that she must take. And so in my head, it's like, oh my gosh, I got all these drugs up here. But reality, I have a whole lot of multivitamins and all these different forms of vitamins, and then she has her handful of prescriptions. Like, so there's nothing wrong with the way the medicine cabinet looks or what it holds. It's just the person looking at it who has a problem. So what are you requiring other people to have in their life to make them bend and shape to yours? Think about that today. On your drive or wherever you're going, or on the way from your bedroom to your office, or if you were like me a few years ago, on the way from your bedroom to your front room to sit on the floor, just think about that. Like, what am I requiring other people to have so when I look at them, I'm pleased? Because that's what you're doing. You're taking their medicine cabinet and judging it because it doesn't look like the way you think it should. But that's the end of my 7 minutes for today, you guys. Just little 7 minute inspirations is what we're doing for this year. I hope that helps shape your day in some kind of way and help you love others a little differently as you go on throughout the year here, okay? As always, my name is Becky D with Becky D in the Morning, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.